Hermes of the trees? What trees? For what does he of roads and streets, of rapid change and flashing speed, have use for stationary trees? What trees? The aspen with its speaking leaves, the hazel twig that wisely leads, the maple, wings upon its seeds? The cedars growing high on peaks that grow in groves of memory, the junipers of Mount Kyllene, Androcos, the strawberry tree that served his mother Maya's needs as she reclined, her son to feed. What trees? That mark a path with steady feet, that shelter travelers cold or heat, that give us fruit for market streets. What trees? As much inquire why Gaia's kin have use for flighty, fleeting wind that lofts the bees and spreads their seeds and draws the laden storm clouds in. What trees? Beware any person who's got all the answers. Just where are they getting those mysteries from? For even the gods who possess greatest knowledge know better than piling their gifts all on one. The whole of the truth is too heavy for mortals, its chapters too many to hold in one mind, and no simple rule can condense all that detail, no matter the confidence some might imply. The truth's not a thing you can pick up prepackaged, a parcel held separate from carrier source. It certainly can't be complete and compacted. It's piecemeal, a model you build for yourself. Now, that's not to say that the truth is subjective. I mean, it's too big to be grasped all alone. And everyone's model is just one perspective, the sample they've managed to pull from the whole. And all of those models look different from others, and some of them contradict others outright. But that's not to say that one's false or one's better. It just means that no one's got everything right. The most we can hope is enough to live wisely, with knowledge to build and a creed to give heart. And maybe we'll find something worth sharing widely, but never enough to direct every part. So when you meet people who have all the answers, remember the gods wouldn't be quite so cruel as to pile the whole of the truth on one mortal and crush them, mind broken, with all they could know. A grifter needs to keep it small, to prey on simple fools. If they succeed and grow too tall, they're tempted toward abuse. For at their best, a charlatan just bilks a careless stranger, and strips away unguarded coin to warn us to be wiser. But more and more these petty frauds find ways to gain real power, then face the choice, expand the con, or keep it under cover. Should they extort whole hordes of dopes to squeeze out every cent, or keep a route for quick escape once every trick is spent? For once a scammer gets in charge and fools the mob en masse, they only have so long to dodge before they fail a test. And then they're either toppled down, revealed as hollow hoax, or else they have to double down and choose a Judas goat. Will they become that monstrous fiend, far worse than mere deceiver, or let their grand ambitions end and cede all power's levers? The truly vile in all of this are those who don't mind liars and help the crooks run crooked games, because it serves their bias. For they're quite glad to back a scam and never mind the fallout, for who needs truth or competence, as long as there's a payout? Some small deceptions warrant it to tax the undeserving, but few deserve the horrors bred from vicious mass delusions. For when a scheme gets overblown, it always hurts the blameless, who can't avoid being borne along when ships of state drift aimless. And when a lie's grown supersized, too big to be removed, it fuels attacks upon all truths and powers the venal cruel. We'll only shrink big swindles down if most demand square dealing, and scrutinize what sounds too good to doubt the sham they're seeing. Otherwise, it falls on those who know the center's empty, to find a way to end the show and stop the damage spreading. And that's the test that separates the mountebank from monster. Will you pull the double cross and usurp your usurpers? Can you bring the tower down to stop it propping villains? Else admit that you've been owned, and your wit's insufficient. Hermes is a friend to all. At first, that has a lovely sound. A friendly ear to hear your call, a friendly hand to help you out. A friend to all of humankind, unlike some certain hostile gods. a friend to wanderers left behind, the poor, the mad, the strange, the lost. But given time, you'll realize that everyone includes the worst, the thieves, the cheats, the fools, the liars, abusers, and your nemesis. Forgive them? No, that's not required. Approve them? Maybe just the thieves. But Hermes still remains their friend and listens when they share their griefs. As mediator to the gods, he's dealt with worse than mortal sins, and used to bridging sides at odds, he takes the part of any friend. So, if you seek him out enraged and ask for help to get revenge, he'll argue first for those you hate and ask you see things from their end. And maybe he'll still punish friends, in love and hope they'll mend their ways. When actions give the gods offense and virtue's rules demand they pay. But in the end he's still their friend, with endless hospitality, for one cannot to bias bend and champion diplomacy. So by all means appreciate a friendly God who's there for you. Just don't presume you're his soulmate. You're not privileged, just included.